So you've got quite a big role in this next tour. If you just maybe give people a rundown of what your responsibilities are, and the second part of that question, or for you to explain, is, you talk about that time needed and getting together. Is A, what is your role, and how does it pan out for you, and what are you responsible for? And B, is 8 games, a tour of 8 games, is it enough? Does it help the players, or does it hinder the players' chances of getting together as a solid unit?
My role is chairman, so I'm chairman of the British and Irish Lions. With that position, there's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes before we even get on a plane, before we even play a bit of rugby. So it's making sure that we're in a very robust position before we even go anywhere in that aspect. Again, then you've got another administrative level underneath that, layers and layers and layers, and then you've got your coaches, you've got your staff, you've got your backroom people. The list goes on in that aspect, so it's quite extensive being part of that. But I've got to say, my how I'd like to think what a successful chairman would be is making sure that I endeavour to make sure that a Warren Gatland, whoever it would be, a player, they get every opportunity to be the best they possibly can be. And if that means taking administrative work away from them, or again, PR work, maybe some TV work or whatever it would be, something like that. Again, so just go out and play, train and play, go be the best you possibly can, because that's basically what we want. We all understand we have got contractual obligations around this tour, but again, it's one of these things. But again, going back to what the Lions is about, is you can't be inflexible. You've got to be flexible being on the Lions tour, and you can get a surprise visit, or someone can say, "Oh, I don't suppose you can just pop in and do this." We want to help. We want to help people in that aspect. So, yeah, no, I think my role, whilst it's there in a lot of things, is to help everybody on that tour be the best they possibly can, whether that be a player, whether that be a coach, whether that be a video analysis at the back and all this. That's how I see my role.
And the 8 weeks, maybe touch on what you think of, is it the right number of games? Should there be more? I guess there's less opportunity for guys to play and find combinations.
It's a tough one because of every 4 years and trying to fit into the season. There was the last tour was 10 matches. So we've lost 2 matches out of that. For this coming tour, it will be a challenge. It's an extra challenge on top of the already huge challenge that's there, going to South Africa, playing some of your great teams in great stadiums with great support and everything like that. And it would be nice to have extra time, but we understand that's not always possible. So you're trying to work with people back in the UK and Ireland, it's again to make sure that we've got access and players do get a chance to get together. I mean, sadly, the days where you and I played, Smitty, we can't reverse it. You can't sort of think, great, lovely, go on tour and I'll be gone for nearly somewhere between 10 and 12 weeks. I mean, you think about the guys back in the day when they was away for 6 months. It's just not possible now. So it is what it is. We've just got to get on with it in that aspect. Would I like a couple more games? Most probably. As I said, it gives a different challenge as well. I mean, you think about the unbeaten side in '74. Again, it's still a challenge. What they did was absolutely amazing. But again, if this Lions squad went through unbeaten on this tour, it would still be a huge, huge achievement because of the hurdles that's there. So it's just, as we said, just trying to make sure we can get the best out of everything and everyone. And also, hopefully, that all the players will really enjoy their time in South Africa, because as we said earlier, I mean, our first meeting on a Lions tour is how much fun, how much enjoyment, and great to be a part of that. And you want everybody involved and our fans as well to experience that coming over to South Africa, which I know they will. They'll be fantastically hosted over in SA. So, yeah, no, it's just huge excitement here at this moment in time in the UK.